Hey guys, Joshua Neal here, and today, by request, we're taking a look at Omerta by Lamb of God. Remember, if you enjoy the lesson, please click like and let me know. You can also leave me any comments you may have, questions, as well as requests for songs you'd like me to do. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and as always, grab that full note and tab transcription down in the box so that you can follow along at home. Alright, let's get to it. Before we get started, we'll need to tune our bass. Lamb of God is tuned in drop D on this record, which is really simple to get to. All you have to do is retune your low E string until it is an octave below your D string. So what we're going to have is a low D, and then the other three strings will be as normal. A, D, and G. I'm using a pick for this one because that's what John Campbell uses when he plays. You can also do this one with your fingers. It's not too fast, so either one should be acceptable. So after the opening narration, we get into the intro riff, which is also the verse riff, which is going to look like this. So we're starting on that open E string. I'm still going to call it an E string even though it's a low D just for simplicity. Starting on that open E string, we're going to have 1 E and 2 and. So two little quick 16th notes. 1 E and 2 and. Right on beat 3, you're going to grab the 5th fret of the A string. And then you're going to finish out the measure with some open E's. And 2 and. So far we've got 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Second measure, we're going to do the exact same thing except we're going to swap out that 5th fret on the A string for the 4th fret on the A string. So it'll be 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Third measure, same thing except we're going to swap out the 4th fret for the 7th fret on the A string. So we'll have 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the 4th measure, we're going to change it up a little bit. We've got 1 open E to the 1st fret on the A string, 2 open E's, and then 1st fret again on the A string, and 3 open A's. So there we've got open, 1, open, open, 1, open, 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 or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Second part of this intro, which is also the second part of the verse, the first 3 measures are going to be the same. 1 E and 2 and 5 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 4, 1 E and 2 and 7. And now this second part, the second turnaround is a little different. We're going to start with an open E to the 6th fret on the E string, 2 open E's, another 6th fret, down to the 3rd fret, and we're going to have 2 of those. Now on this very last one, you can hear the bass is sliding up kind of into nothing, just to kind of add some interest and some propulsion back into the top of the riff. You can do it if you want to, you don't have to. It's not really going to change the sound of the song if you don't do it, so it's up to you. I'll put that whole intro together again, and we'll talk our way through it. Starting on the open E. 1 E and 2 and 5 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 4, 1 E and 2 and 7, open 1, 1, open, 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 1 E and 2 and 5, 1 E and 2 and 4, 1 E and 2 and 7, open 6, 6, 3, 3 with a slide. And that'll also be the first verse. You're going to play that intro riff, that whole 8-measure sequence twice. Then you're going to go into the verse. You're going to play the exact same riff. You're also going to play that one twice. When you get to the very end of it, you can hear on the recording there is still that little slide up from the 3rd fret. which makes it kind of hard to go into the chorus riff because it starts on the 3rd fret as well. I think what they did is they got one good take of the bass part for this particular riff, and they just copied and pasted throughout the song just for consistency, which adds that little slide, even though it makes it more difficult. So for that very last one going into the choruses, if you want to leave it out, you can do that, and it'll make life easier. Or you can put it in. When I do it, I just do a very, very short slide so I don't get too far away from the 3rd fret. So we're going to look at the chorus riff now, or the first chorus riff. We're going to start on the 3rd fret of the E string, and we're going to go from the 3rd fret up to the 6th fret, and we're going to hold that. So it'll be 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. And you can hear it. There's a very little bend up at the end of the 6th fret, at the end of holding it towards the end of the measure. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Little bend. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Again, you can put it in. You don't have to put it in. Whatever works for you. So we're going to have 3 of those 3 to 6s. The 4th time through, we're going to speed it up just a little bit. We'll have 3, 6, 3, 6. That's 1 and 3. 1 and 3. So same exact frets, just a little bit shorter rhythms. From there, the beat turns around a little bit. So we're actually coming in on beat 4 here, and we're going to start on the 3rd fret of the A string down to the open D. But we're going to have the same length of rhythms. 4 and 2, 3. The 2nd time through, he does the same riff, the 3 to the open, but he also grabs the 5th fret of the A string, so he does this big octave shape here. So far we've got 3 open, 2, 3, 3 octave, that's open, and 5. We're going to do the 3 open again without the octave, 2, 3. Then we're going to have a little bit of a shortening of this riff. 3 open, 3 to the octave shape. And we only have 2 beats at the end there before the riff turns around. So far in the chorus from the beginning, we've got 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3 on the A, open, 2, 3, 3 octave, 2, 3, 3 open, 2, 3, 3 open, 3 octave. Then the riff's going to start over. 3 and 2, 3, 4, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 3 and 3 and. Sorry, 3, 6, 3, 6. And we've only got 3 beats in that measure, so you're not going to get to this time. You're just going to have 3, 6, 3, 6, and you're going to go right into the 2nd verse. 2nd verse is exactly the same as the 1st verse, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to move into the 2nd chorus, which is very, very similar to the 1st chorus. It's just a little bit longer. Starts the same way though. 3, 6, 3, 4, 3, 6, 3, 4, 3, 6, 3, 4, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3 on the A, open, 2, 3, 3 octave, 2, 3, 3 open, 2, 3, 3 open, 3 octave. So again, that octave is open E string, 5th fret on the A string. We just finished out the first part of chorus 2. It's going to go through it almost the same way, except we're going to push that 3/4 bar back a little bit. So we'll have 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3 on the A, open, 2, 3, 3 octave, 2, 3, 3 open, 2, 3, 3 open, 3 octave, and that'll take us into the bridge. So let me go back and just talk through that ending one more time. I'm looking at the second line from the bottom on page 2. This is the middle of the second chorus. We've got 3 and 2, 3, 4, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 3 and 3 and 3 on the A, open, 2, 3, 3 octave, 2, 3, 3 open, 2, 3, 3 open, 3 octave. So it goes down, it's like you played the first part of the chorus twice, and then we're just going to tack an extra beat on the end. That extra beat, we're going to have 4 16th notes starting on the first fret of the E string, one of those, and then 3 opens. So that very end there is. And you're going to finish up on the 6th fret, which is actually the top of the bridge. All right, top of the bridge comes in from the end of that chorus. We had the 1, open, 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 6th fret. We're going to catch that right on beat 1. The song also speeds up a little bit at this point, but the guitar establishes that tempo, so you don't need to worry about it too much. Your guitar player needs to worry about it, though. Starting on that 6th fret, we've got 6th fret, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to rest for almost 2 measures. Third measure here, we're going to rest for the first 2.5 beats. Then we're going to come in on the open E string to the 1st fret. We'll have a little pause, and then 3rd fret, 4th fret. These are those catches with the guitars, and also the drummer comes in with some cymbal chokes. So far we've got 6th fret, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2. So that's open 1, 3, 4. We're going to rest for 3 more measures while the guitars continue the riff and the drums start that build up. The bass comes back in on the very last beat of this sequence, and you're going to do that 1st fret on the E to 3 open E's. And that's going to take us into the next part of the riff where the whole band starts to kick in. So looking at the next line, we're going to take this riff that we've established. We're actually going to just join the guitars playing exactly what they're playing. So we've got, starting on the 6th fret of the E string, 6, and we're going to go down to some opens, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and we're going to do the little 16th note run, 4, E, and starting on that 1st fret there. So far we've got 6, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, E, and 1st fret there, 4, E, and on the 4th beat. We're going to start the sequence over, 6, and 2, and 3. Now here, those catches that we had, we're going to insert them into this riff. So they're going to come in the exact same place, the and of 3 and the downbeat of 4. And 4, and then we're going to fill in that space in there before we have to do the catches on the 3rd fret and the 4th fret. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, E, and so I'll go through that whole riff in sequence. 6, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, E, and 6, and 2, and 3, open 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, E, and let me do that again. 6, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, E, and 6, and 2, and 3, open 1, 3, 4, 3, and 1, E, and you're going to repeat that a total of 6 times. It's going to be twice with just the band, and then the vocals come back in the 3rd time. You'll go through that sequence 4 times with the vocals. I find it easier to remember if I think of it that way. From there, we move into the 2nd bridge, the really breakdown kind of part, which looks like. So it's not too bad, but it does have a couple of bends in it. We're going to start on the 6th fret again, 6th fret of the E string. We're going to go from the 6th fret to the 8th fret. And we're going to bend that up about a half step. So use your ear for that one. It should sound kind of wild and almost country, at least in my mind. Then we're going to have two quick little 16th notes. These do line up with the guitars. You can hear them palm muting two quick 16th notes before they move to the next part of the riff. 6, 8, and down to the 3rd fret, up to the 6 now. And you're also going to bend that 6th fret up just a little bit. Those two little hits on the open E. Then we're going to bend the 5th fret. And we're going to go down to the open string. Then we'll have and 3 and 4 E and so we always have this 1st fret to opens 16th notes at the end. Let me go through that entire second bridge piece by piece here. 6, 8 and a 3, 6 and a 5 open and 3 and 4 E and a 6, 8 and a 3, 6 and a 5 open and 3 and 4 E and you're going to play that a total of 8 times, 4 without the vocals and 4 with. Again, I find it easier to track it that way if I think of it that way. Then we move into the outro. This is just a little variation on the intro and the verse riff. Instead of we're going to do these longer hits here. We've got a dotted 8th to a 16th tied to an 8th to a regular 8th note. And a dotted 8th note takes up the same amount of time as 3 16th notes. A 16th note tied to an 8th note also takes up the same amount of time as 3 16th notes. And an 8th note takes up the same amount of time as 2 16th notes. So if you're having trouble getting this riff down, you can think of it as groups of 16th notes. I've talked about this on other lessons before. That would be 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. You can also, if you're doing it with the recording, you can just line it up with the guitars and you'll be okay. Other than that rhythm variation, the notes are the same for the first section. 5th fret on the A, 4th fret, 7th fret. Now the first and the 3rd time through this riff, we have a little variation on that we did. We're going to catch the open E like we did before. We're going to hold that 1st fret though a little bit longer. That 1st fret on the A, we're going to hold it for a full beat instead of just half a beat. And we'll come back down to the open E. So that's 1 and. Then we're back up to the 1st fret here. And we have this quick little 16th note on the anda of beat 4. So that 1st and 3rd ending there is open 1, open 1, open, open, anda. Those andas on the low E string. Or 1 and 3 and 4 anda. You're going to go back to the beginning of the outro, and the second time through we've got a little variation on the that we were doing before. Rhythmically it's the same as the first ending. It's going to be open to the 6th fret on the E string, back to the open, 1 and. So you hold that 6th fret a little bit longer. You hold it for a full beat just like you did before, or just like you did in the first ending. To the 6th fret again, 3rd fret, 3rd fret, and you're going to do that same anda little catch on the end of the bar, on the anda of 4. So that second ending altogether is open 6, 3, 3, anda, or 1 and 3 and 4 anda. You'd go back to the top, you'd play the 3rd ending again, or you'd play the 3rd ending, which is also the first ending. You'd go back to the top from there, and then for the 4th ending, it's a simpler version of the second ending. Open 6, 3, 3. So it's identical, except we don't do the little anda on the open E string. And then you're going to finish that out with just 2 big hits on the open E string. 1 and you would be finished. So I'm going to go back and go through the whole outro in sequence with all the endings in order. 2, ready, and 5, 4, 7, 1, and a 1. 5, 4, 7, back to the top, 4, 7, third ending, 5, 4, fourth ending, 1 and that's it. There it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, be sure to click like and let me know. You can also leave me any comments or questions you may have, as well as requests for songs you'd like me to do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates. And if you haven't done so, grab that full note and tab transcription down in the box so that you can practice this one at home. And until next time,